Alan Campbell Johnson, the author, was the press attaché of Lord Mountbatten, the last Governor-General of India. He had exceptional opportunities of coming into close contact with the leaders of India. A shrewd foreign observer, his estimate of Rajaji, recorded in his book Mission with Mountbatten, is of great interest. I quote, at 10 a.m. on November 9th, 1947, I attended the swearing-in of Rajagopalachari, who, in Mountbatten's absence, will be acting as Governor General. Since the transfer of power, this famous elder statesman of the Congress party has been serving with distinction as Governor of West Bengal. The ceremony took place in the council chamber in the presence of the cabinet. C.R., as he is generally called, dressed in his white dhoti and smiling benignly through his large dark glasses, gave the Hindu salutation. Everyone stood while Banerjee, the Secretary of the Home Department, read out the words of the Royal Commission. To our trusted and well-beloved Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, greeting. The Chief Justice Tanya administered the oath, to which only one alteration was made, the substitution of the words affirm for swear. The ceremony was all over within 5 minutes, but this was quite long enough to convey the full sense of its historic significance. There were both fulfillment and dramatic irony in the spectacle of this Congress campaigner becoming the first Indian to act as head of state by means of the form and title of the Raj, which it had been his life work to supersede. After the lunch, he called for Vernon and myself. We expected little more than a few formal pleasantries, but our talk was far more prolonged and illuminating than that. We emerged from this encounter strongly impressed that when the time came, here was the ideal successor to Mountbatten. There could, of course, be no greater contrast between the two men's minds and outlook. Mountbatten, dynamic, extrovert, tackling events at the surface with feverish activity. C.R., introspective, essentially a scholar and thinker, anxious primarily about the underlying causes. I am deeply impressed by C.R. He has immense moral authority which is exerted without any outward gesture. There is no raising of the voice or haughtiness of manner. He has the true strength of the humble in heart. He is, I suppose, one of the oldest of Gandhi's campaigning disciples, and there is also a family link, for Gandhi's son Devadas is married to a daughter of C.R. Only a man of C.R.'s powerful character and deep conviction could have dared to resist Gandhi's will in 1942 by advocating the acceptance of the Cripps plan and even promoting his own partition formula at that moment of inflated expectation. He retired, of course, into the wilderness, yet never wholly lost his influence. It was Gandhi who performed the miracle of Calcutta last September, but it is C.R. who, as governor, has consolidated the communal goodwill which Gandhi engendered. The minorities here have looked on him for fairness and friendship, and he has not let them down. To place a Madarasi liberal to preside over Bengal's fanatical and factious politics was a calculated risk. His popularity today is good to see, and the communal quiet in this seething, overpopulated, hunger-ridden and revolutionary city is in no small measure a reflection of his benign authority. Before I left, C.R. presented me with signed copies of his translation for the lay reader of the great Hindu scriptures, the Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads, writing on the fly leaf of the latter, I quote, "In spite of our obvious failings, I suppose our minds and morals bear some impress of the holy books held in reverence in India for some few millennia. No one can understand the people of India unless one goes through these scriptures sympathetically. All that I have seen of him on this visit only goes to confirm my belief that he would be the ideal, even if somewhat unwilling, successor to Mountbatten as India's first Indian Governor General."